let's go ahead and get started. We are going to be playing Strength of Thousands. Now, we are down one player. His name is Dragon. He's the one who plays Auric. Auric Thornbound, cat, the Dromar Catfolk Rogue. Uh, but he should be back for next session. Just had some things he had to take care of. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get the rest of the crew here. All alrighty, we are live. Now, who here needs a recap of what happened last session?
That's probably a reasonable thing to get.
Alrighty, so to do a bit, I'm gonna do a bare bones recap because of what we're starting off with today's session with. All of you have entered the Magambaya after performing a series of tasks for the teacher. I had written down in the notes here. Give me a second. Teacher Takulu Ott did offered you various tasks as a sort of entry sort of ritual. And over the course of the week, you have been doing tasks for the various branches to kind of give you an idea of what each branch is about. Today, we're doing the last day, and this is for the sorry, I have to move windows around so I can see what I'm doing. The Uzunjati assignment. You have been greeted this morning by Okoro and Noxalo. Mia. Let's see if that. Right. They have tasked you each with giving them a retelling of some of the highlights of the last week, stuff that was important to each of you. Who would like to volunteer first? I feel like Winnie's chair volunteered first. Because as soon as I finished saying that, I saw you pop up and I heard a creak.
Oh, my broke ass chair got me in trouble. All right, all right, fair enough. Let's see here. So, I guess we'll do one the journal entry that I guess stuck out more. Um, which is the kind of shortly after we got in, the when the thing attacked in the laundry.
Yep.
Um, so let's see. Here was a good part to start. I guess we'll start the beginning of it as if it was a journal entry. So this would be like later in that same day she wrote this down, sort of thing. Is that fine, Ghost?
Whatever you want to do.
Fair enough.
The pressure
All
keeps
right.
shifting in my room. I keep hearing my big old water jug popping.
That's a unique problem to have, brother. Uh, all right. So, I guess you'll start talking. Uh, So this is a recounting of her diary entry shortly after arriving at the dormitories. When we got to the dorms, we met a few of the more students. Introductions were given about. There was Ankarut, Inasi, Chisare, and Essie. Essie and Ignasi seem to have their wits. Cesare strikes me as a bit of a troublemaker, and Ankarut's the odd duck among them. As an entry gift, we were given silken umbrellas. Odd gift, but they were well made and seemed really durable. Poorly they're made by a Tensui. They work here in the school. Just seek them out later. Ran into some trouble while looking around the dormitory. One of my peers went to the laundry room where a possessed hanky meant to harm them. I was nearby and fired on it with my rifle. Only after the shot did I consider firing such a weapon indoors was a bad idea. But it failed the deviant laundry, so I got a pass on the volume. That was the second time I'd ever fired that particular rifle. As I squeezed, the thought, did I pack this right, passed through my head. Luckily I had, perished the thought. I need to pre-pack more ammo if the school keeps with this trend. Luckily the shops and cafes were less bombastic. Imagine I'll be seeing a lot more of the shops, as my alchemical supplies require resupply frequently. And that's the end of that entry.
Quinty says, "Oh, I should tell that story from my perspective."
Go for it.
Yeah, so I get to my new home with a community of additional folks who wish to learn magic. And excitedly, I, of course, explore, going into such places as the bathrooms, the extremely large communal baths. I was quite enjoying, seeing how you bipedal folks live. And I discovered this ancient, decrepit laundry room. Clearly, not everyone enjoys these. He kind of like flaps his clothes at you guys. Whatever these are called. Clothes, yes, clothes. Clearly not everyone enjoys these clothes as much as I do. I mean, it's weird how unfancily dressed you are, considering I only got my first pair of pants. He thinks for a moment. 3 months ago. Seriously, you guys need better fashion sense. But as I was saying, exploring the dormitories, and suddenly, literally, the clothes attack me in the empty dormitory because apparently they have a very bad idea of what a dormitory should be and how safe it should be, because that is very disappointing in the school. But regardless, the clothes attack me, and Winnie jumps in and shoots off one of these vile abominations before it can harm anyone. Apparently, the school agreed that this was incredibly stupid and weird because it gave me a magic glove, which I was able to give to Frost. And gestures at Frost. I think I got that name right.
Yeah, you got it right.
Well, yes. For the most part, that since most of the occupied dorms up until now are on that side of the dorm, she indicates to the west. Uh, that laundry room definitely sees more use. Uh,
Quenty kind of glares at her.
I mean,
Not
there's
full on glare, but there's definitely some glare going on.
to be fair, the spell skins are animated by the school itself, and it just poor timing. They don't attack anyone who is recognized as a student, and you hadn't been fully recognized by the school as a student yet.
Quenty glares a little bit harder now.
Suffice it to say, I am glad that you were all unharmed by it.
Save for a little tinnitus.
What is what is what is a little tinnitus between friends? Who would like to share next?
Does anyone here know how to speak Yosoki?
Can't say it's in my vocabulary, no.
I don't think so.
Mhm. It's like Frost will go up next, but you guys see him like kind of like duck into his shirt, and it looks like he's speaking to somebody. All you hear is just a bunch of rapid squeaks before he pops back out. Looks kind of annoyed, but he centers himself, takes a deep breath, and goes for it. Okay. So we and by we I mean me and Miss Baker, arrived at this prodigious academy where we met a prospective group of people who were introducing themselves. So I thought to myself, might as well. And it was not long after we introduced ourselves, we were given tests to measure our creativity and critical thinking skills involving magic or the lack thereof. After we were accepted into the academy, we were led to our dorms where we met several of our other dorm mates, playing rooms for ourselves, and apparently some of us got attacked by living cloth. After that, we were given a week to adjust ourselves to this place, along with the branches that the Magambaya has. They gave us several things to do that would encompass what each branch was meant for, ranging from getting a special breed of chickens, which I thought was pretty interesting, but sadly I don't have the facilities to keep some for myself. And we've collected several ingredients to craft some anti monster materials. And after that, we even got to deliver some mail throughout the entire town, which I found incredibly relaxing because Yosoki mail is an entirely different monster. And then after that, we came came here to tell stories about our adventures here. And so far, I've been finding it very interesting.
I would love to hear the differences in how Yosoke mail is handled at some point in the future, but nope, lost my train of thought.
Well,
Yep, nope, this curry is very spicy.
Spicy Curry derailed you, didn't it?
Yes, it did. It did indeed. It is very good curry. All right, so okay, so all right, well, any so you said that you found the meal delivery relaxing, and if as for the chickens, I'm sure they probably wouldn't turn down offers to help uh take care of the chickens.
Hmm.
After all, this is one of the many tasks that students at the Magambaya do. Is they want us to be involved with the community, so that the community knows that we are there to help them. All right.
Noted.
I think there's only a couple of you left. Don't be shy.
I can go next. On arrival, I was introduced to the rest of my class. They seem to be many different races and backgrounds. I thought I'd be alone at this school with my small amount of training about magic, but it seems they take applicants from all sorts of backgrounds. Our first introduction to the school's way of teaching was a test: light a fire without tinder twigs. There are a luxury where I'm from, so it was a routine task for me. I lit my fire by bowing a stick until the heat heat caught the tinder that I had gathered on my trip. Others presented some very interesting solutions, though. Some used magic, one even used a gun. There was also an interaction with a snake. Learn a secret from a snake. A strange task, but the snake did have secrets of its own. At the end, we were given a choice of symbols and asked which one called to us. After we chose, we were given a bit of magic, our first gift from the school. Soon after, we were shown around the campus and to our dorms. I met a very interesting kobold named Ankarut, a collector of bones, and I'll be sure to look out for more for them.
No, I missed that. Colo. Colo is the official term. It's no. It's world's. It's the new rule set's name for gnolls.
That must be. I probably typoed that.
Fair enough. We'll pretend you said Colo.
Thank you.
You are not secretly racist.
To be fair, if you watch anime, kobolds are typically dog-like in appearance.
I think that is the original myth from before D&Dification.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Then you get the weird pig rat things that scream "You no take candle" and WoW.
I mean, the weird pig rat things are also one of the original interpretations of, or myths, maybe, of orc.
Yeah.
Pre-Tolkien.
Alrighty.
Alright, I got something.
Was that the end of that, Kazek?
That'd be it. Yep.
Alrighty. I believe that just leaves Koali.
Yeah, so I think the most memorable part of me has been really first getting here and getting to meet so many new people and so many new types of beings. Growing up, I kind of knew a lot of Gortal mostly, and like we had some humanoid attendant, like people who would come and trade with us and we'd go out and help people, but it's kind of different from being around a bunch of them, So I think probably the most memorable part of the so far for me was when we were asked to get a feather from the bird. And I was pretty happy with the solution I came up with, which is my life bond, Quenty, had managed to acquire a feather beforehand from the bird. And so I figured that the school would be appreciative of a little cooperation rather than just trying to solve everything on your own. So I just went up to him and asked him for the one he had already acquired, and he was happy to give it to me.
Alrighty. Well, it certainly seems like you've all had a interesting first week. Sorry, I was muted and I started choking on a bit of my food while we were talking, so I'm recovering from that.
Oh my god, man.
Alright. That is the one downside to starting when we do, because that's typically around dinner time. Alright, let's see. So, alrighty, after all of that, I would like a performance check.
Oh Lord.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's about right.
Pretend mine's at +1, because I, of course, aid myself. Oh
Okay,
god.
that turned out better than I thought it would.
Frost is clearly the one who, in character, is the best at storytelling.
Which is basically is if you look at him closely, he is shaking right now. He has very high social anxiety.
Actually, you know what? I think Quenty is good enough that I should spend a hero point here. This is something Quenty would actually be good at.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll accept a 13.
Okay. Uh, Taking into consideration the fact that you all did narrate your story, uh, and the fact that one of you got a critical success to offset the horrible failure performance check that Winnie got, I do apologize for that. Dice just said no.
No, I like I said at the beginning of this, I feel like she's very clinical about this and literally just like pulled out a book, read a passage from it, and like folded it back up and then sat back down on the couch. Like, it's not her forte.
Yeah. Alrighty. Alright. Now that each of you have told your story, I want you to think about something. What is the lesson the story is trying to tell? What is the moral of all of your stories combined?
Well, Quenty says the moral of my story is clearly the power of community, and also people who don't clean their laundry rooms enough.
Hmm. I guess mine would be knowing your limits. Proper muzzle control too mixed in there probably.
What do Kisek, Koali, and Frost have to say?
I mean, I think the lesson of mine is almost sounded obvious, which is that you don't need to always do everything yourself. It's okay to ask other people for help, especially if they're better at things than you are.
The strength is in the tribe, so to speak.
Quenty
Exactly.
kind of shrugs and says that's the obvious intended outcome of this one. It's a good lesson, though.
How teamwork makes the dream work effectively?
Yeah, both a good lesson and also the obvious intended one.
Alrighty. Noxolo claps her hands. Thank you all for the tale. Now, well, he didn't say why, but I'm pretty certain it's for your introduction ceremony tomorrow. You all have the free reign of the day. You're free to do whatever you want for the rest of the day. But Teacher Ott wants you to meet him uh, meet. I've lost my notes. Give me a second. Meet him at the outdoor ceremony stage that's erected on the grounds. Oh, and do be sure to wear your beads. Prominently display them, and do be sure to dress nice.
Kissick kind of looks at himself. I brought the one change, so
Yeah, when he kind of makes the same gesture, like, this is what I got.
20 face palms and says, we'll work on this.
I have some different ones in my luggage, but
You do happen to know a couple of your dorm mates who are very big into fashion.
I mean, you also know Quenty, who apparently cares more about fashion than the people who've been wearing clothes for more than 3 months.
Quincy got introduced to clothes and was like, "This is the best thing that has ever been invented."
I mean, keep in mind, Quenty was a multicolored rainbow serpent who was treated well because he is extremely multicolored.
Fair enough.
But yes, pretty much anything you guys want to do, any shopping, wandering around.
Quenty does attempt to convince the folks who are clothingly challenged, I'll go with, to go get fancier clothes.
Like during your he's trying to towards Frost as they're going, he's just like sitting on the couch, just like his social battery's been drained already. And so Miss Baker like crawls out of his shirt and starts biting at his ear. All right, fine, 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 fine. I'll go. Jeez.
If you really don't want to, I can get it for you. Quenty offers.
No, no, I'll go. If I don't, she'll keep bugging me all day.
Confident chirp from Miss Baker.
I mean, I'm no stranger, but I just didn't bring anything upscale with me.
Quenty says, well, in that case, you can help me pick out clothes for both yourself and for Frost here.
Fair enough. I'm gonna need something anyways. Might as well go.
Dragon's not here to defend himself, so I'm just imagining Auric in like a little a sailor uniform that his mom made for him.
I feel like Auric would
Oh.
actually have decent clothes based upon the descriptions I've seen.
Yeah, his dad's definitely more the utilitarian with the way he dressed, but the mom is definitely more fashionably oriented. And definitely favors like loose stuff around the arms so that can do the 4-inch movements with the hands. Which makes me wonder if his character knows sign language. All right, so you guys are getting close. Are you going to a shop, or are you meeting with the fashionably oriented dorm mates?
I'll go with the fashionably oriented dorm mates.
That seems more appropriate, I think.
yeah, it's probably a good idea.
All right. So anyone who goes with Quenty is dragged on a shopping trip where he attempts to convince you to get as flamboyantly colorful clothes as possible.
Oh, Lord.
He will accept if you want non-brightly colored clothes, but Quenty has a different fashion sense than a human.
That's fair enough.
I'll go with 20.
Since we're going all out with this, then Frost will be like, well, if we're getting all dressed up, I might as well ask for some more traditional Yosoki wear then.
So essentially, you're buying like fancy clothes of your community.
Yes, basically.
Quenty actually changes his tune and is perfectly in support of that. Although he does choose the one that is the brightest colored of the list that match your criteria as his recommendation.
Kizek is probably going to go with something earth tone, if at all possible.
So, the fashionably oriented dorm mates would happen to be Ignacy, Noxolo, and Zenaway.
I think Quenty would attempt to convince Ignacy to come with you guys. He's got the vibe that Ignacy knows what's up.
Well, yes, thank you for noticing. Yes, I'd be happy to help pick out proper attire for your introduction ceremony.
When everyone else is busy, Quenty will quietly whisper to Ignacy, "Yeah, I figured having at least one person who's been wearing clothes for longer than 3 months seemed like a good idea."
Probably for the best, yes. I'll grab Noxolo. She's also... Well, actually, hang on. I've got an eye for male fashion. Uh, Perhaps Miss Baker would like something, so I'll go ahead and grab Noxolo. Unless, is Koali coming with?
Yeah, I'm coming.
And is Winnie coming with?
Nobody
Yes.
was also coming.
Basically, your dragon.
your dragon.
Everybody.
Quenty is a fan of group trips.
Alrighty. Through a combination of Ignacy insisting on making sure to get proper measurements on everybody, and Noxolo basically just kind of like holding up fabric swatches to just kind of like color match to people within their prerequisites. You guys are provided with some really clean, well-made explorer's clothing. Because noble attire is all fine and dandy, but it doesn't really work for, you know, everyday wear. You save noble wear for, like, big, fancy how-to-dos. Also, noble attire is expensive.
Fair enough. How much is noble attire? Random side note.
That's a good
It's a
question.
good question.
Quinty, you will notice that Ignacy pays particular attention to what you're wearing and what Auric ends up wearing.
Oh, geez, it's 55 gold for high fashion, 2 gold for fine.
Mm.
It sounds like nobleware. So interesting on Ignacy. And Quenty will lament the fact that he cannot afford the truly fashionable equipment. And by truly fashionable, he means bright is colored. But oh well. In the future, when he is much wealthier, as dragons are wont to do.
Alrighty. Zenaway does show up, and the three of them just kind of like look you over and just kind of discuss fashion and ask how you all would feel about since you all seem to be kind of a
What would I roll for that?
I want to say sense motive, but my brain's just like, is sense motive a skill?
It's not a skill, right? I don't think so.
Yeah, no,
I'm not saying it.
No,
It-
sense motive I think is 5e.
What
isn't
about,
it?
what about rapport? For, picking
think that would be like a
overseas hockey
I-
players?
Society check. Right?
I would say either a diplomacy or society check to kind of pick up on what he's putting down.
$20. Not natural.
You get the feeling that he doesn't lean strongly in either direction, but he does have a great appreciation for attractive men.
I get it. Okay. Quenty approves of his fashion sense.
It is why he is easily swayed into bad decisions by hype. And Ignacy has not yet spent enough time with either Frost or Kissack to really take a shine to them, but it's really easy to see how attractive Quenty is. And Oryx got that ruggedness about him. But yes, they inquire how, since you all seem like a close-knit group, how you all would feel about having some sort of matching accessory.
Oh, I would love that. Kawali is literally here just for accessories, to be clear. Like, she wants some local accessories.
A sense of unity would be nice.
Sure.
Quenty says we should make it colorful, though.
No argument there.
All right. Sometime before next session, I want you all to decide what that accessory is. And
Is it?
Yeah, we work on.
I don't want to say kosher, but is it acceptable to make our own bead for our cohort?
Oh, do they have any flowers from local birds? I think Kawali's going to be very interested in
you mean
Fires.
feathers from local birds?
what did I say?
Flowers.
Flowers?
Yeah.
Feathers.
I mean, we are in the magic jungle. There might literally be flowers from birds.
Yeah, they've got all sorts of unique flowers and feathers, and in town, you're gonna be hard pressed to not find like interesting cultural things. Okay, so gotten yourselves a set of explorers clothing that is really well made. A matching accessory of some determination.
TBD.
And all right. And is there anything else you guys want to do before we move on to the introduction ceremony?
Should be
Good
good here.
Yeah, I think 20 is also good.
Why is your bless ring so huge?
I literally have no idea. I've done nothing aside from cast it that one time, and I checked effects and I can't remove it. And I guess forewarning, a lot of the stuff I'm gonna do involves casting spells that apply buffs. So you're removing those effects anywhere except under effects, because I have literally nothing under effects.
I remember.
I remember.
Okay. I remember I figured out a way to remove the like permabless that you had stuck on you.
I think it was perma guidance. But no, I just stopped actually casting the spell and just started vocalizing it because of that problem.
Sorry, I had a spammer in my group chat. Had to remove him.
Mm.
Stream.
Yes, I'm streaming to Twitch right now.
Huh.
Okay, that seemed to just remove you. Ow. Yeah, it's something with the sequencer that's causing it to happen. I'll futz with it later. Okay. Let me make sure I've got everything prepared. Okay. Let me get back to where we were, and we will. Okay, that was the completion of the Uzunjati assignment. Oh, that reminds me. Everyone give yourself 30 experience. I'll handle the
Yay.
orcs. You should be at 954.
That's
Like,
right.
we will level up in the ceremony.
That seems to be the idea here. Alrighty. Alright. So, you've been requested to meet Takulu At at the ceremony platform at dawn, about a half hour before the ceremony is supposed to start. When you get there, there is no one there. Seems Teacher Ott's running a little late.
Strange.
Well, in his defense, we don't know him well enough to know whether or not this is atypical.
However, you guys give me perception checks.
Very perceptive. This tracks. I feel like Winnie's head is out of swivel regardless where she is.
Is that under skills?
It's under attributes.
Yeah.
Oh, right. There's one under attributes that doesn't roll initiative.
Yeah.
Winty, you're a little bit too distracted with how shiny everyone's new outfits is. However, let me see what everyone else rolled. Everyone else notices some movement in the brush as you are now suddenly as two creatures jump into view. Just need to find the other one. Give me a second.
Also, where some of the barracks on the battle map.
What?
We're still in the dorms.
Oh. Go to the introduction ceremony, if you would, please. I gotta fix a token.
Do you do that?
It's in the top left. You should see a spiral dormitory and introduction ceremony.
Oh. All right. Didn't know we had a choice on what map we were on. Oh boy.
Give me a second. I'm gonna... Actually, everyone go ahead and take this time to get a drink, go to the restroom, because we'll be rolling initiative here in just a second.
I see they're supporting my claim that the school is terribly run and very dangerous.
What's life without a little bit of danger?
Alrighty. Is everyone back?
I'm back.
Is it here?
Yep.
Okay. I have to switch the camera view.
Ow. Oh.
Yellow.
Oh, dragon! Don't forget to change your Fugi.
Okay.
I guess full disclosure, the only person who's watching your stream is me.
All right. Would any of you like to give Oric the rundown of what has happened thus far? Why are we here, and why does there appear to be tiny things aggressing you?
We told stories to storytellers, and then we went to the initiation ceremony, and things came out of the woods to attack us. Apparently, that's it. That's the
Don't forget we went on a little shopping spree. We got all dressed up for this.
Yeah, we also bought fancier clothes for the ceremony.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, basically, you have a real nice set of explorer's clothes now.
Which might be the fact that no one is actually in their armor except for Quenty, who's the only one who uses light armor.
I don't need it.
I guess metagame question for the GM, is that an intended mechanic because it means everyone's AC is going to be much lower?
No.
Okay, never mind. You're still in your armor.
Yeah, it is implied that while the Magambaya is largely safe, stuff does seep in through the cracks. So being alert is always a thing.
Largely safe to get attacked on our first day here.
That is Quenty's position. This is a very not safe location.
It's some real big Hogwarts energy right here.
No, can't say Hogwarts on stream.
Oh no.
And
Why
it's
not?
a game.
Oh, come on. Disney's not that fucking litigious.
Can't say that either. Gotta say Schmizni.
It's Perry Harder. There we go.
Perry Otter? Yeah.
A rat. It's fine.
I'll throw a lawsuit your way. Oh. That was bad. I apologize.
That was pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
Not really.
They're going to see you over how terrible that impression was.
I thought the impression was pretty good.
The fact is, I had to lead in with in order to get into the voice.
Oh, yeah, you got to have a pull-in phrase. I forget what they actually call it in vocal exercises, but if you're trying to do impressions, usually there's like a banderism that you can lean in with.
Yeah, honestly.
Like if you want to do like a Solid Snake impression, like open with going like Metal Gear, and it usually gets you right into it.
I think I sent you a video. It's not sort of on that, and they mentioned the phrase. Goes. A starter is what they call it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, and it was a guy who was able to do Morgan Freeman and someone else.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, it was real spot on impressions.
Yeah.
Anyways, you have arrived at the introduction ceremony about a half hour before the ceremony was set to start. Odd had wanted to meet you there, but it does not look like he has arrived. He might be running late. However, it appears that some creatures have taken advantage of that and have chosen to aggress you. You recognize one of them as a Pugwampy.
Oh boy.
Pugwampy.
Oh no.
But you remember, you set up the gremlin bells specifically to keep Pugwampis out.
Yeah.
Why aren't they working?
I don't believe in the superstitions of those bells. Havocs, get at them.
Who said that?
That would
The
be
Pugwampy.
That would be
the Pugwampy.
Oh. Wait, so
I-
you could just not believe your way out of like a deterrent charm? That's wild.
Do you not
Do you not
understand
under-
how fey creatures work?
No?
I mean,
No.
do you understand how fake creatures work, says Quinty?
Shut up, we fight.
get up. We
None of us are
have to
fey.
say.
Quinty attempts to hit him in the face with a silver dart, which I think means roll initiative in the system.
Yep, roll initiative,
roll it.
everybody. How is everything, Dragon?
Things are well. I mean, as well as can be, given the situation.
Yeah. Glad you're
I
able to make
glad
it.
you're able to make-
button, and it did not go through, and I do not know why.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that I was able to get off duty earlier than I had expected to.
No, something's definitely bugged on the perception. When I click it, I do not actually get to roll. Quinty has already rolled initiative, and I definitely haven't.
Well, it did roll for me. Try reconnecting. It might not have. Your connection might have skipped when you were trying to roll. Because I see a roll for you.
Oh, I see the problem. It's using my perception check from before. Is that intended?
You might have rolled the initiative one, which would have thrown you onto the meter earlier.
I mean, according to the chat, I didn't. The same problem is also true for Koali. No, it's not true for Koali.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yes.
I
I
see a 4
I
for
see a 4
Koali
quality.
and an 8 for Gwilyn. Not Koali, Quinty. Between
I mean, yeah,
Kisek
that's
and
my perception from earlier. If that's also my initiative check, that's fine. It's just very unusual.
Well, no, I see.
Well, no, I see.
No, you rolled the same. Because I see your perception check from earlier, which was an 8, whereas Koali's was a 22. Your
Okay,
initiative.
Your initiative-
another roll because I do not.
Yeah, what I'm saying
Yeah,
is.
what I'm saying is,
Okay, I'm feeding back through someone's mic. Okay. In the chat log, I see when upon asking for combat rolls for initiatives, I've rolled for Havocs and Kershkin. I see Frost. I see Winnie drawn with Energy Shot.
That defaults when I roll initiative.
Understandable. Then I see Kisek, I see Koali, who rolled a 4, I see Quinty, who rolled an 8, and then I see Auric, who rolled a 17.
Interesting. I'm gonna try refreshing.
Yeah, go refresh your connection. And
So wait, I can also cheat by looking at the stream. Yes, the stream shows both Koali, me, and Auric, none of which I have.
yeah, no, that is a common problem with the Foundry connection.
Yep.
is
So typically, if you experience that, just go ahead and refresh.
Yeah, I mean, easy fix. I just didn't know that was a potential problem. All right, sorry. Continue.
Not a problem.
it's a learning experience. This is the first time I think most of you have used Foundry for specifically Pathfinder 2nd Edition.
Take a breath before you speak.
No. Breathing's for losers.
The options have been carefully considered because no.
Breathing is for nerds.
Alrighty. Let's look at the combat log. Alright, we are beginning the encounter. We're starting off with Havix, and Auric is on deck. Havix is going...
Shoot.
What?
I didn't expect to be going so soon.
Alright, Havix is going to take a swing at the gunner, recognizing the miniature cannon in her hand. Okay, that was a move action, and...
Yeah.
Alright, a hit and a miss against Winnie. Winnie, you take... 3 points of piercing damage from Havix biting you.
Okay. Do I click the little damage thing and it'll do it too? Okay, there we go. Oh, you bitch. I couldn't think of a better insult. I apologize. What is this thing? Is this what the pug Wampy guys look like?
Not
Pershkin.
something
Kershkin, the dog-looking one, is a Pugwampy. This one is a weird crustacean-looking gremlin that needs to be identified.
Oh, okay.
Auric, it is your turn. For us, you are on deck.
How do we identify?
You spend an action to recall knowledge.
Ah,
In this case, nature, because gremlin-like things.
yeah, okay. I will recall knowledge on the crustacean thing.
Alright.
Does this not like to work when the windows pop?
It might. When you're hovering over your character, you should see like a drop-down menu. Try to roll a skill from there. It'll be like near the maps.
Okay, yeah, I can do it that way.
I'm so disappointed that they got rid of the little like pop-out window that used to be there near the token. It served the same purpose.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this creature is known as a Vexkit. They are a type of fae that covered in a hard exoskeleton. You have one question.
How good's their defense?
Pretty hardy given the exoskeleton, but like most fey creatures, they have a weakness to cold iron.
Well, shoot. Here I'm without one. Alright,
A little bit of tidbit of information that you get is Vexkits are typically the gremlins you seek out whenever mechanical stuff starts breaking down. Locks jamming,
Okay.
portcullises suddenly slamming shut. So you're moving, and don't forget to target. Damn hiccups.
Is that it?
Give me a second, because there's something that happens, and I'm trying to.
Oh, no, it shows right there that it is a hit. Right in the text box there.
Which would make sense with the targeting.
Okay. Hello, animal in the background.
I think that was a person.
Yeah,
that was
me. I'm sorry. Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh. Ah.
I need a will save from you. Because you are in an aura of unluck.
Hmm.
You do have a hero point.
I was about to say, I'm gonna re-roll that. That's better.
Okay, yep, that is a success, and you do hit, so I will reapply that damage to Havocs. Frost, your turn. Kershkin is on deck.
All right. We'll also have to make a will save for that unlucky aura.
Yes, if you attack something.
All right. So Frost is just gonna move up and but bite the
Don't-
Pompey.
Don't forget to target before you do that. Yep, you are targeting.
All right.
And I
So
just
do I make
realized,
that will save?
Huh? Yeah, roll No. Yeah, go ahead and roll that will save. You are good, and thus immune to the aura.
Yeah.
Punch at will.
Going for a bite.
Do you have flurry of blows yet, or is that a next level thing?
I have it.
That is a
Bite
miss.
miss. So
That
now
is
we're
a
going
miss.
for a fury of blows.
Okay.
Keep rolling.
Uh, at this point, you just rolled 2 separate strikes, but you do apply the attack bonus penalty.
Gotcha. Oh, first one. That was almost bad. Do the second kick. Rolling down for the first.
Yep, rolling damage for the first one. All right.
And that's it for us.
All right. Kershkin is going to withdraw. And actually no. That is 2 hits with her short bow against Frost.
Ow.
Three damage and 1 damage.
Rude.
Yes, very.
Oh, is she teamy?
Hmm?
Like, are the characters here teamy? Because those are some really small damage numbers.
They are very tiny.
Okay.
They are small, therefore damage dice is small.
Kisek, it's your turn.
Awesome. I am going to start off by hunting prey on the guy that's sitting right next to me, thankfully. That allows me to recall knowledge as a free action. Or as part of the action. I can't remember the wording, but... which knowledge check is it again? Sorry.
Nature.
Nature?
You know, that was almost an 18, and I'm sad.
There's something special about 18?
It just would have been a higher number.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, that falls. Which one were you identifying?
The Havoc?
Havocs? Unfortunately, you don't get much beyond that they are Vexkit gremlins.
Okay. And I will go ahead and use the rest of my actions for claws.
That is a hit and a miss.
Do I have to click the damage button, or are you dealing with that?
I can do it. But you can do it if you want to, so...
No, you're good.
Wait. Did they actually include this thing's... Hold on. Oh, okay. My brain was still in first edition mode, thinking that cold iron, if the weapon wasn't cold iron, they did reduce damage. No, that's the other way around. All right. With that, Winnie, it is your turn. There's a machinery wrecking gremlin in front of you, wielding a hammer.
Yeah. 5-foot step a thing in second edition?
It's called a guarded step, but it does take an action.
Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Note that most enemies don't have reactive strike, only fighters, and the equivalent do.
Oh, that's fair. I just need the 5 feet anyways. So I'm gonna take a step back and shoot this dude in the face.
Bang.
Yeah. I mean, the guy did just take like a 50 cal to the chest, so that's an appropriate sound effect.
Do you want to roll damage, or should I?
Oh, I can do it. I'm already in the menu. Yeah, eat shit. Wait, D6. Hmm.
All right, so you took a step back and fired. You have one action left.
Oh, right, sorry. I will, if I can find it. One of these buttons is reload. I'm going to do that when I find it. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I guess I can do a recall knowledge check against him while I reload. That's interesting.
I have shot this thing,
I've shot-
therefore I know more things about it.
That seems to be it. Oh, there we are. Reload. Yes. There we go. Reload.
Most of the gunslinger classes have some variety of action compression on their reloads.
I guess I can do that since we're here. Where is that button? Under attributes or skills? Skills, probably. What am I rolling for recall knowledge?
Nature.
Nature.
A nature check?
Yep.
Okay. Let's roll that then. 14 there.
One question.
I doubt that could. Yeah.
You get one question.
Oh, I get one question about him. What's already been asked? His defenses was asked earlier, or was that a different dude?
Defenses was asked.
Weaknesses. Is that part of the defense question, or was that?
That's part
more
of
of
the
like-
defense question.
Okay. Let's see here then.
Could ask about the luck. That's the right guy.
Wrong
The
target.
weird crab guy.
Yep. The nature checks targeted at the next kid, not the Pugwampy.
Were saves involved in the defenses conversation?
No.
And then I would like to know his worst save.
Worst save is Fort.
Okay. It is a D6. I know. Okay. Sorry. I was on a tangent there. For some reason, I thought my musket did D8s. And when I saw the D6, it threw me. But that's a D6. Okay. Anyways, that's my turn. Is there a button? There's a button. That's my turn.
Quinty, it is now your turn.
Oh yeah, speaking of targeting only allies and not saves, I am going to cast a spell. How hurt is the worst hurt person?
I'd say Frost is the most hurt. They are down 4
I
HP.
literally know people's HP. Okay, so the worst hurt person is -4. What is his total HP? Again, that is a thing I just know.
17.
I'm casting Benediction anyways.
Yeah, the only two who have taken damage are Frost and Winnie.
And then I move to here. I think I just grab Benediction and drop it on myself. Yeah, there we go. My turn is done. Is there a button I click to end turn?
Yes, on the combat tab, you should be able to see end turn.
Quality.
Quali, it is your turn. Havix is on deck.
Okay. Do I need to make a will save?
Only if you intend to
You
attack.
You are not in the Unluck Aura right now. Now you are. So roll a will save if you would, please. You're good.
Okay. I think I am going to try to spell strike Horizon Thundersphere.
Horizon what now?
Horizon Thundersphere. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful.
Did they just like, okay, we're right in the Magus. Let's make everything sound weeby as hell.
I don't know.
Probably just a standard spell.
I mean, if the Magus in second edition is anything like the Magus in first edition, it is very much the I have the power of God and anime on my side type of class. So, yeah.
Does a 19 hit?
Did you target the enemy?
No. Oh, sorry.
Yes. If you are targeting Vexkit, Havix, yes.
Okay.
Roll damage.
So you take 7 points of damage from the spear itself. And then,
That reads 11.
11.
Oh, shoot. I was just about to click damage.
And then 7 from the Horizon Thunder Sphere.
Alright. Are you able to redirect the spell if the target dies with a melee hit?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So
Hmm.
you just really delete this gremlin.
Yep. Apparently so.
Go ahead and end your turn. Oric, you're up next.
I'm gonna do some more bonking.
You're not in melee range of anybody. And Havix is already downed.
Yeah. Fine, I move and bonk.
Let's see, what did you roll? You rolled a 22. That will hit Kershkin. So roll damage.
Can I reroll?
Yeah, because you would have had 2 hero points at this point.
Me.
It was worth a shot.
Me.
Don't you meh me, cat boy.
Me.
Frost, it's your turn.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Upon
Yeah.
That's better.
Because I'm a cat.
End your turn, Oric. You do it from the combat tab.
It's at the bottom.
Okay. So upon seeing Havoc disappear in thunderous retribution, would it be possible to try and convince the Pugwampy to surrender now that his friend is no longer with us?
No, she looks pretty set on trying to shoot at you. Maybe if you rough her up a little bit more, she might be a bit more open to the idea of not getting her Pugwampy face wrecked.
All right. So Frost is gonna move up
Real small
and
dog
do
energy.
a Fury of Blows again. Little dog energy. Frost is gonna try to stomp her out.
Sorry, little
These are
dog on a leash through a fence energy.
These are non-lethal, by the way. So
Okay.
here's the first.
Thank you for pointing that out.
Here's the first one.
That's a hit.
And the second one.
That's critical miss.
Can I re-roll that one?
Have you used 2 hero points already?
I have not.
Pardon me. Yes, then go ahead.
All right. Well, I tried.
Yep, that is still a miss.
Alright,
Still a
so rolling
crit.
damage for the
Jeez.
person. Oh, come on. And so got one action left.
Quick
You
spin
know,
an action.
enough.
Have Miss. Quick spin an action. Have Miss Baker reload your arms.
I can do that. I will go for a final kick though.
Yeah.
Dang, this little dog is hard to hit.
Yeah, it's just like trying to use a squirt gun on a Pomeranian. It just dodges.
All right, that's it for Frost then.
All right, it is now Krishkin's turn. Oh, did your benediction actually apply healing to Frost, or is that coming up?
Now that, then that just gave me +1 to my AC.
Yeah, benediction is no healing. My source of healing requires a separate action, but I moved the benediction in range of everyone instead.
Ah, okay. Dragon can probably attest why my brain thought benediction meant healing.
I think that's what it was in 1E.
No, because benediction's the name of your big heal on Final Fantasy XIV with your white mage, right?
Yes, it's my full heal with a 2-minute cooldown.
The curse of playing so many different systems.
Yep.
Okay. Saw the lightning attack that Koali did, and is going to attempt to shoots. Alright, that is a miss and a hit against Koali.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a full 6 points of damage to Koali. Kissick.
Well, he's fleeing, so at least appears to be fleeing, right?
Not so much fleeing, but just keeping distance so that she can use her short bow.
Well, we're gonna deny that distance. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna hunt first and then do that. Another nature check.
I think you guys actually know pretty much everything there is to know about Pugwampies at this point. Because you guys did research on it.
Can I roll it for the critical success bonus instead then?
Yeah, no, if you get a mechanical bonus of some kind, then by all means.
I don't know how crits work, but I assume that's not it in 2E.
Yeah, no, you're just short of it.
It's 10 over the DC or a natural 20.
Okay. I was wondering if there was some kind of extra thing there. I missed that hard.
You want to spend a hero point?
Yeah, I will go ahead and do that. Hey, there we go.
I need to find a better, flash in for crits.
Yeah, that's very Persona right there.
Can I click the critical button?
Yes, you may. Now, are you doing lethal or non-lethal?
Kill this some bitch.
I was planning on doing lethal damage. I don't know if the school's gonna appreciate that, but
It attempted to murder us in the middle of nowhere. Kill it.
On a big day for you, no less. All right. For a brief moment, it thought it had the dodge, but then you just turned your hand and swiped right across its face. Also, when you say you activate hunt, all I imagine is do you remember when you go into like sniff scent mode in Twilight Princess?
oh yeah, yep.
That's kind of what I'm imagining when you activate hunt, is you just go into that weird like inverted color mode to just hone in on your target. Home in on your target. All right. Let's see. You hunted, moved, and attacked, and got a crit. I believe that's the end of your turn. Go ahead and end your turn so Winnie can take her shot.
I think she's going to do that on the dog. Alright.
Kasek, do you know how to end your turn?
Yes.
All right. Winnie, you are up. Quinty, you are on deck. That's gonna startle me every time. I hope you know that.
Bang.
Hey, you know.
I guess this is your way of getting back at me for the Toro greeting you with Hero Man.
Oh, yeah. Only 5 damage. Ugh.
I mean, this
That's
is
annoying.
level this is level 1. The punchiness is not very high.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you attacked, fired. So you fired, reloaded. You have 1 action left.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. Has it been doing my energy shot?
I don't think it has.
Alright, then the other guy will have taken an extra point. This guy takes a point of fire damage. I don't know how to add that to it, but I've got 1 left. And I guess I will just...
Oh, shit. Nope.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see, really? I guess I'll just move over here so I have a cleaner shot on him next time.
She is not looking pretty.
That's my turn.
By Pugwampy standards. Alright, Quinty, it is your turn.
Who is currently the most hurt? Still the 6 HP? 6 HP down? Is that the highest? Also, if
Yes,
you
yeah.
can, I would appreciate you just giving me the ability to see ally HPs, noting I have that power default.
Can you see the health bars at the very least when you hover over them?
I can see no HP bars at all.
Okay, I will try to fix that because the intention was you guys were supposed to be able to see each other's health bars. So I will work. I'll work on fixing that.
No, I have a power that allows me to see everyone else's exact HPs.
Okay, yeah. So what I will do is I will turn it on to where you can see both the bar and the number. And you'll be able to see it by hovering over them. But I will. Right now, Koali is the most damaged.
At 6?
At 6.
Okay. I cast heal. I don't actually know how to remove that number, but Quali is now healed 6. Who is the next most damage?
I think that would be me.
And you were down 3?
I was down 4.
Okay. You are no longer down 4. So I full heal Koali and Frost.
Okay. Yeah, just go into y'all's sheets and just actually hang on. Boop.
And then Koali is next, so I cast Guidance on her. This is the turn to do the big boom to kill the asshat McGee.
Bam. Guidance on Kuwali. Right, go ahead and end your turn, Quinty.
Okay. I'm going to recharge my spell strike. Move and attack once. I'm not spell strike. I don't have the action spot. Does a 20 hit?
Oh, did you forget to target again?
Yeah, sorry.
A 20 does hit.
Eight points of damage.
All right. It is okay. So you moved and attacked. What's your third action?
I recharged my spell strike when I was back the other way.
Okay, so you recharged, moved, and attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, go ahead and end your turn. It is Oryx's turn next. Quali?
Hmm?
Go ahead and end your turn. It's Oryx's turn next.
Right.
You do that on the combat tracker.
Yeah, I did.
All right, Oryx, it's your turn. Frost, you're up. You're on deck.
Oh
Gotcha.
boy, here I go bonking again.
You can hit it from right next to Kisek, by the way. It's tiny, but it's still in this square. Unless you're trying to get into a flank.
Flank, yes.
Okay.
How do I do a turn again?
Let me go ahead and use the dead one. Okay, hang on. Doot, doot. Press and hold Control, and then click when you want to make a left click when you want to make a pin. You hold Control and then start dragging. Okay. Okay. You're holding. There you go. And you just keep clicking and clicking how many ever points you want to make, and there you go. Alright, don't forget to target. Looks like you already are. And... oh, it looks like you're still targeting the dead one.
Yeah, I was trying to untarget it, but it's not letting me.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, you can do that
There.
from the combat tracker. Yeah, you just click the little...
I can also just hover over and hit T rather
Okay,
than
I
alt clicking.
didn't know about the Alt T because, you know, we're used to the Alt left click not working. Okay, that is hit against Kershkin. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh yeah, that sneak attack. Alrighty. Kershkin looks on the ropes. Okay, roll to hit. Roll damage. Sorry. Why didn't you roll that one first?
I don't know.
Oric Mayuse, you're next. What's that featured there, Oric?
By reducing an enemy to 0 hit points. After downing a foe, you menace another. Attempt to demoralize a creature within 60 feet with a +2 circumstance bonus. If you have legendary proficiency in intimidation, you can use this as a free action with the same trigger.
Hot diggity. Alright, with that
But
combat,
sadly, I don't think there is a next that I can threaten.
there is not. Combat is over.
I can heal up anyone who's injured in some multiple of 10 minutes. How many missing HPs are there?
I'm missing 3.
The multiple of 10 minutes is 0, is what I think I'm hearing. So you are instantly healed, and then I'm out of healing for 10 minutes.
Alrighty. Well, you feel invigorated, as if a certain metric within you has increased.
Hey, look, level 2. Yay.
Yep, everyone
Hey.
has hit level 2. At this point, you see sprinting from the pathway to the south, Ott. Oh, sorry. Sorry I'm late, and then I started hearing the gunfire. First off, are you all alright?
Quinty says Everett is fine, because Quinty can cheat and knows everyone's HPs. You should really consider security, though, at your school that you teach children.
We
We
do what we can. Unfortunately, not all of the Fae are driven away by the Gremlin bells. It's definitely it's a deterrent, but certain more willful Fae will ignore it.
Oracle
Mm-hmm.
motioned to the little dog one with his Earthbreaker. He was real willful. Said he outright didn't believe in the protections of the bells.
Case in point. But none of you are injured?
Well,
Not worse
not
off than these
anymore.
two.
Okay.
Luckily, some of our companions here know how to do the healing magic.
Cloak's all ruined. Got arrows in it.
Under normal circumstances, we would frown upon the actual killing of the creatures, but you are fighting in self-defense. So I will neither chastise you or tell you to try to play nicer next time. Self-defense is always warranted when you are threatened as such. However, I am going to put a pause on the introduction ceremony officially so that we can try to bolster defenses to see if there are any stragglers that snuck in while this skirmish was happening. If you want to stay around, some of the other teachers are coming because they obviously have not yet got the memo that it has been cancelled. This would be an opportunity for you to catch your breath, meet some of the meet some of the teachers you'll be working with. And I know this is a very rough introduction for the six of you, but I do want to welcome you officially to the Magambaya, and I do hope that we won't continue to constantly have trouble. With that, Ott is going to take care of the gremlin corpses himself. And you will be introduced to a number of your teachers. 3 of them, in fact. Let me see if I can find their pictures. Alrighty. The 3 teachers that you meet are, and I do apologize if I mess this up. I'm gonna try my best to get these right. Korode Ulawa, she mentions that Ankarut has spoken fondly of a couple of you, especially Kisek. She is. I'm a Rain scribe, and my primary focus is magical ecology. I find my particular research areas are going to be the parts of nature most people find repulsive: fungus, decay, and insects. As a result, I am the Magambaya's foremost entomologist. I do look forward to seeing you all in my classes, and welcome you to the Magambaya. Ott has informed us of what happened. This doesn't. As much as you don't have any reason to believe me, this does not happen very often. Next up is a half orc, or sorry, a dromar. All right. I heard you had a bit of a run-in with some gremlins at your ceremony.
Yeah, nothing we couldn't handle.
If you have interest in learning rituals, I trust you will enjoy my classes. I tend to focus on the esoteric. Some might call me a conspiracy theorist.
Are you?
I seek only the truths.
All right. All right.
That was a yes. Says Quinty.
It's got real. Is this where the cult is? We're not a cult. We're a family. Yep, this is the place. Energy.
I mean,
I love that.
I mean, if you hover over the token, it's right below Quinty. You can see their face.
Yeah.
That is the face of someone who sees the symbols in the margins.
Yeah.
And the last teacher that you meet,
Did we get their name?
Zuma.
And this last dude is just Will Smith.
His name is Mafika Ayuari. You can tell by the way he is dressed, he is a martial artist. And the mark of the branch mark that he wears indicates him as a Tempest Sun Mage. I see a number of you carry martial weapons. Good, good. I recently returned from from Tiangjia. I participated in the Ruby Phoenix tournament. Unfortunately, we didn't win. Honestly, most wouldn't believe me if I told you who the winning team was.
That's an AP, in case anyone was wondering what that reference was.
Which implies that this AP takes place after Fist of the Ruby Phoenix.
I want this dude to have a very real moment where he walks up, says a bunch of stuff, and when he just blinks at him because she has no idea what the hell he's talking about.
You haven't really grappled until you've grappled with a beetle twice your size.
Uh-huh.
That's terrible.
Grappling with beetle twice your size.
As she just starts to like look around the perimeter again.
All right. with these three, okay, so you have met Korodai. Sorry, Korodai, Zuma, and Mafika. And you kind of mill about for a bit before everything kind of winds down, and you move back to your dorm and relay to the others who had actually taken the time to prep a meal for you collectively to celebrate your induction, completely unaware that you had been attacked. And we are going to take a brief break to let you all level to 2. Unless you've been doing so while I've been yammering.
I have to ask how to do that because this is my first experience with 2E.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
All right.
Yeah, I was also waiting just in case that was something you didn't want us to immediately.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
to
right.
be fair, I wasn't sure if this module had a level up thing, kind of like how 1E does.
Let me just take a sneaky peek at one of y'all's sheets real quick. I mean, I do see you all marked at level 2.
There's slots here at 2. There's one for class feature, an archetype feat, and then a skill feat.
Yes. And I need to. One of the things I'm going to strongly suggest is getting the Path Builder 2 app, because that will tell you what you get at each level. It is a $6 investment to get the full thing unlocked, but once it's unlocked, you're done. That's it. That gives you access to the free archetype rules, which is going into effect now. Do believe I did set it up for free archetype. Let me check your feats real quick. Feats.
So I just drag over the druid dedication, is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, it'll be under archetype feats. And you get a class feat at this level because we're using the free archetype feat. Now that... Son of a... Give me a second. Alrighty. So. What spell were you trying to put in there for us?
It has. I was trying to I think I had messed up with trying to get my class feed in. I thought it overwrote my key spells, but it didn't. It was just glitching weird for a sec.
Okay.
Oh my god. There's a
Well-
Gunkata feat.
That's amazing.
Yep. Actually, hang on. Let me grab my own phone, and I can tell you what, like, some of the basic stuff, because everyone kind of has the same-ish progression, like, in terms of, like, non-class related features. For, like, skill increases, feat gains, that sort of stuff.
The dedication just about blowing stuff up. That's fun.
Okay, at level 2, you get a class feat, a free archetype feat, and a skill feat. and that is all you get at level 2.
Okay, so we do not get a class feat.
No, you get a class feat, an archetype feat, and a skill feat.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, because we're doing the free archetype thing. Otherwise, you just get a class feat and a skill feat. Because normally, you spend your class feats to get the archetype feats. But free archetype is just something I use blanketly. It's just this particular AP had a specific requirement for the use of the first free archetype feat.
Which it has to be wizard or druid, yeah?
Wizard or druid, yes.
First archetype feat has to be a wizard or druid feat.
It has to be the wizard or druid dedication feat. Specifically, because in order to start the archetype, start taking the archetype feats, you have to first take the dedication feat. And then, normally, you have to take at least 2 feats from that tree, from that feat group, before you can take another dedication feat. This has special rules regarding that. You are free to ignore that. For example, if you wanted to spend your class feat on a dedication feat, as well as your free archetype feat for your, druid or wizard dedication feat, you are allowed to do so. Now, the feat that you took for the dedication feat you take in the class feat slot would have that ruling. So you would not be able to take another dedication feat until you take 2 feats out of the dedication that you took for it. Am I making sense?
Yeah.
Right. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
I might be sending things into chat. I'm not intentionally sending things into chat. So looking at Druid dedication, I don't think I gain the effects of my order. I only gain an order and 2 cantrips.
Yeah, you gain the order, the cantrips, and you're bound by the anthema of whichever order you pick.
Yep, I am choosing Storm Order because, well, flying. But I've chosen the skill feat Catfall because I have wings.
How does the free archetype work with taking a different archetype with your, or how does the free archetype work with taking a different archetype with your main class feat?
It works fine, effectively. But that's not like base game, that's what the GM said.
I think I heard Iris say something as I was coming back.
Can she take an archetype feat despite getting a free one? Or another dedication, I think is the wording.
Yeah, no, I with this particular campaign, you were only required to spend the level 2 free archetype feat on the wizard or druid dedication, but you are not beholden to the usual rule of taking 2 additional feats out of that dedication tree to take another dedication. So if Iris wants to spend her class feat on a different dedication feat, she can.
Okay. Just
Alright, moderately amusingly, I'm picking up multiple skill trainings here.
What do you mean?
So I'm getting a druid dedication feat, which gets me nature. And I'm getting the divine bond feat, which gets me athletics. I already have nature, so I can choose any other skill feat. I choose survival in this case. But I still learned 2 proficiencies here.
Okay, so your class feat was Divine Bond, your archetype feat was Druid Dedication, and your skill feat was Catfall.
Correct. I'm currently working on adding all of the various spells I just got.
Oh boy.
Do I have to add the spells manually?
You will
Sure.
you will have to add them manually. All right. Now, I had been waiting specifically for this level 2 moment because I was going to update each of you with a branch, some sort of branch accessory, and you guys had mentioned wanting a matching accessory. So between this session and next, I will have your art updated to reflect those changes.
So I assume I get access to more spells at this point.
You're doing, yeah, for the most part, the dedications give you like a smattering of spells.
So right now you'll get 2 cantrips.
That's it?
Yeah, for right now. You have to put more
Alright.
levels into this to get more spells.
Okay, because I noticed it said to get 2 cantrips. So I don't know if I got anything else besides that, but it doesn't. That's not
No,
stated. No, I don't
no,
think
you
so.
need the basic, intermediate, and sorry, the
To uptake that. Okay.
yeah, the basic and expert spellcasting, and basic, expert, and master spellcasting. Now bear in mind, in order to take the basic, expert, and master, you will need to keep powering up the relevant skill. For those of you who did druid, that's going to be wizard. And for those of you who did, wait, hang on, I said that wrong. For those of you who did druid, it's going to be nature. For those of you who did wizard, it's going to be arcane.
And the free cantrip we got also becomes part of our new dedication, correct?
I am rolling it as such. By default, you were supposed to lose it, but I felt that was kind of why.
Okay, so we essentially have 3 cantrips, one of which is the one we got in session 1.
Session 0, yeah.
How do we go about adding a cantrip?
Drag it from
I
the
just-
spell compendium, or follow whatever Frost does.
So yeah, that's what I was doing, just dragging it from the compendium. You would click the magnifying glass, and then the list of spells will pop up.
Okay, so I'm actually getting to the point where I have too many cantrips. You can start looking at the really stupid cantrips.
Okay, so you have your cantrips from your base class, and then you have the cantrip you got from the two cantrips you got from Druid, and the third cantrip you got from the story. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. How many cantrips does your base class give you?
4. No, 5.
Okay, so you have not. So you have 8 cantrips.
Correct.
That is quite a lot of cantrips, actually.
There's a lot of cantrips.
Alrighty. We are going to be wrapping up once everyone finishes leveling.
I think I'm done. If you want to take a look at it.
While I'm taking a look at it, why don't you go ahead and tell us what you took?
I took the Druid Dedication, Hunter's Aim, which kind of gives me a little bit of archery as well. And then I picked up Experience Tracker, because I feel like that fits the character well.
Alright. I know with the Druid, you pick an order. What order did you pick?
The Untamed Order.
Alright. Alrighty, and okay.
That starts me down the Wild Shape path, or what used to be Wild Shape at least.
Ah, so you're going to be turning into things?
Potentially. I'm realizing I kind of built this one a little too similar to the gnome, but we'll see if we can split it off a little bit.
Ah, yes. Your vivisectionist gnome.
He's great, don't hate.
No, I hate the firebomb thing.
You know, that's 100% fair. I respect that.
But yeah, no, I actually enjoy your character, and it does bum me out that you don't get to do the full breadth of your stuff most combats, because everything else just dies too dang quick.
Well, and like I have a lot of spec into sneak, but sneak is kind of a solo thing unless there's more than one person that can sneak. So I did get a chance to use it for scouting a little bit, so I was happy about that.
So,
Yeah.
GM question. If you recall, because I had guidance, I got Glowing Trail. There's a spell, Know the Way, that is definitely more close to guidance than Glowing Trail. Can I have that instead? Also, Glowing Trail is absolutely useless.
Isn't Glowing Trail
that-
basically just like the glowing breadcrumb trail?
It's so much worse than that. It lasts 10 minutes. It's so useless.
It is kind of pointless.
It is
Yeah.
almost as bad as Approximate. Your ability to approximate things using a cantrip that takes more time than approximating it.
I mean, yeah. Leveling up is a time to, reassess like for level 1 choices, and I do permit some changes if just like I haven't used this, I'm not gonna use it.
I mean, this spell is literally useless. It sounds like yes.
Yeah. Right. Who else has finished leveling?
I'm done with that. So I picked up the Druid Dedication, which gives me 2 cantrips. In terms of which order did I choose? I chose the Storm order. You carry the Fury of the Storm in your heart, channeling thunder of terrifying destruction and riding the winds through the air. The anathema is pollute the air, allow those who cause air pollution, major air pollution specifically, or climate shifts to go unpunished. my skill feat was Catfall. My class feat was Divine Bond, which I already have a god and am practically a cleric. So I got the spell Sure Strike, which was the spell of my class. Is it useful? Not really. It's fine. In terms of cantrips, I got Electric Arc, Glamorize, also not useful, but allows me to change my appearance. And Know the Way was swapped out for Glowing Trail, which is absolutely useless.
Glamorize is only as useless as you let it be.
I mean, Quenty is very ahead of Glamorize, so...
Yeah, I feel like, character-wise, it's a great spell, and we're going to be seeing a lot of it.
Glowing Trail was actually useless. Glamorize is useful in a different sense.
Okay. Alrighty. Who else has finished leveling their character?
I'm finished.
Alright, what'd you take?
Well, for my druid dedication, I went with the Leaf Order, considering the farmer background and everything. That I can't do one-time cruelty to plants or fungi or kill them unnecessarily. That doesn't prevent me from defending myself or harvesting them from survival, though. So that's good. I got the quick identification feat. It lets me basically study a magical effect for 1 minute instead of 10. And for my cantrips, I got Gouging Claw and Frostbite.
I do enjoy the Frostbite spell.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That is so far 3 druids. Okay, so we've done Kisek, we've done Quinty, we've done Frost. Quali, Winnie, or Oric, are you ready to share what you've taken?
Not quite. Still trying to pick one on cantrip.
I'm good.
Alright, Winnie.
I did a punt.
I took the wizard dedication. And I took Telekinetic Hand and Adhere. And for my other feat, I took Inventor, which will allow me to add more alchemical recipes to my crafting log, which just means I get more access to either more weapon ammo types or throwable alchemical concoctions. And that's basically all I got.
Alrighty.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I had got, for my class feat, I got the Dragon Stance. It says it makes my turns my legs into powerful strikes like a lashing dragon's tail. Can we flavor that as just Frost is doing tail whips?
Absolutely.
Flavor is free.
Yeah, no, just like if you come up with a fun, flavorful way to do a thing, I'm more or less going to allow it. Unless you're stretching too far to make sugar out of salt.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but using Dragon Stance and just beating things to death with your tail, that's definitely within the ballpark of allowable. Koali, have you finished leveling?
Partially. I picked the Wizard dedication. It was kind of always the plan, and specifically I picked the School of the Battle Mage. Unlikely to matter, but technically I need to pick it. So I go through a few more cantrips and that sort of stuff. As to my class feat and my skill feat, I'm still working on those. class feat, I'm either going to take the psychic dedication and do psychic stuff as well, or I was going to take Dragon Disciple and do Dragon Disciple things and kind of fluff that as Koali's kind of getting some of her draconic power back as
Let me take-
is.
Let me take a look at the Dragon Disciple real quick, because I know that one's a little bit finicky, but I do believe you qualified by virtue of being Dragon Blood. So just making sure that the
Yeah.
Dragon Disciple. I'm just double checking Dragon Disciple because I remember it being super finicky from my last campaign, so I'm just double checking that so I know what's going on. Kobold or Dragon Scale, Draconic Bloodline Sorcerer. I am going to allow Dragon Blood to count for this because the original Dragon Disciple came out before Dragon Blood was a thing. Okay, yeah, so yeah, no, Dragon Disciple, that is on the table for you if you want to take that.
Sounds good. I will think on it. If it's okay, I was going to give it a little bit to think about it rather than picking it.
No worries. Just sometime before next session, do get with me so I can put the server up so you can make sure that your character's all up to date.
Yep, can do.
All right, and last but not least, Auric.
Well, we have another druid.
Of course we do.
Of course we do. I have taken the animal order.
And
Which-
what's that do?
I have a strong connection to beasts, always feeling like you understood them, and they you, better than your own people. You stand for the animals of nature, a powerful animal companion at your side. The like skill, feat, and spell, I'm assuming is what I get from having taken that.
That's what I'm looking at the Druid dedication right now.
Okay.
Those of you who took Druid, do be sure to pick. Be sure to add the Wild Song language to your languages.
I think it automatically adds it.
Oh, if it automatically adds it, awesome. Let's see.
Yep. Yeah, I see Wild Song in my languages.
Yeah, you become trained in nature and your order's associated skill. Okay. No, but you can take that feat is now available to you to take as a
Okay.
as a class feat. Yeah, so you don't have it right away unless you take it at this level.
Yes,
To replace our existing class feat.
I'll think on that one, because currently I've taken Quick Draw for my class feat, so allows me to draw a weapon and strike in the same action. For my skill feat, I've taken Armored Stealth. This allows me, when I'm wearing non-noisy armor, with which I am trained, my penalty to stealth checks are reduced by 1 to a minimum of 0. If I am a master in stealth, I reduce it by 2, and if I'm legendary, reduce it by 3. Also, if the armor has the noisy trait, instead of reducing the penalty to the stealth checks, you ignore the effects of the noisy trait, enabling you to remove the penalty with a sufficient strength score as normal.
So if you took like Bastion dedication and gained heavy armor proficiency, you could just traipse about in heavy plate and be fine.
Basically, yeah, I can be a stealthy motherfucker in plate armor.
I hate that. I hate it so much.
Heavy stealth.
We like heavy stealth.
Yes. I have bumped my thievery up to expert.
Oh, as a rogue, you get a skill increase.
Yes, I do. As a rogue, I get a skill increase every fucking level.
Oh, geez.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so currently I can either bump an untrained up to trained or a trained up to expert at this point. And I think at 7 I can then start moving expert up one.
Alrighty. Right, I did send you a message, Dragon.
Meh. Yeah. But yeah, I'm thinking I might tag out the quick draw for the animal companion.
We really need more actors in our party of 6.
I don't know, do we?
Well, bear in
Did I
mind,
find you?
bear in mind, Miss Baker doesn't act in combat as of right now.
I think you get animal companion from your animal order, correct?
I don't believe you get the feat.
I don't get the
automatically.
base unless you spend a feat.
No.
Right. Essentially, the dedications are weaker than getting that order if you were a druid.
All right.
And basically, Miss Baker, she doesn't like really do much in combat, but like as for right now, if I'm ever low on focus points, she can fill me up by 1. That's basically it.
Okay, actually, gonna do a hard change here because I forgot the original trajectory of what I wanted to do. Josie has reminded me. In place of my class feat, I'm taking a different dedication. If I can find it.
I believe what you're looking for is one word.
It's
What
actually
is
2.
what is stamina points? I'm seeing a feat that references them.
Stamina points is another metric that we can keep track of. I am not going to do that.
Okay, that's fine.
It's like a variant rule, correct?
Correct.
So the other dedication that I'm taking is Mindsmith. I
Is
have
it my head?
learned to imagine a shape in my mind, to envision it so strongly that it takes form in the material world. This way I can gain a single melee weapon of my choosing, called a mind weapon. My mind weapon is a martial melee weapon. The overall shape and design of my mind weapon can be of my choosing, but it has to have one of the 4 following basic stats. It being a one-handed weapon dealing a d4 that has agile and finesse traits, a one-handed weapon that deals a d6 and has the finesse trait, a one-handed weapon that deals a d8, or a two-handed weapon that deals a d10 and has the reach trait. I I'm hearing myself on the stream.
You sound super excited, yes.
Indeed. Each day during preparations, I decide what I want my weapon. If I want my weapon to deal bludgeoning, and be in the club weapon group, piercing and be in the spear weapon group, or deal slashing and be in the sword weapon group. It is an extension of my mind. It has no hardness, and any ability that would damage your mind weapon instead damages you directly, pushing back against the weapon's corporeal form and becoming mental damage of the same amount the weapon would have taken. I can project the mind weapon using an interact action, just as you would draw any other weapon. Only I can hold, carry, or wield the weapon. If it is held by another person, it quickly disappears from their hand, reforming in your mind so for you to project again. If you are disarmed of your mind weapon, it dematerializes, but you can draw it again with an interaction action. Upon creating the mind weapon, you learn to use a mindsmith's keepsake, an object of light bulk, such as a bracelet or figurine that you wear or keep on your person, and inscribe with weapon runes. Your keepsake can't be a magical weapon, nor can it have any significant monetary value beyond the value of any runes you inscribe on it. You can buy and inscribe fundamental runes and weapon property runes onto your keepsake in the same way you would for a regular weapon. And you can move runes to and from the keepsake to other weapons or runestones for the usual cost. Any runes inscribed on the keepsake apply to your mind weapon when you create it. If your keepsake is ever lost or destroyed, you can spend a week of downtime imprinting a new object with your weapon's mental properties, though this new keepsake won't have any of the runes that were inscribed on the prior one. So effectively, I am becoming a Green Lantern.
Mind bullets.
Mind Hammer.
Someone disarms you and you're just like, oh no, whatever will I do? It just manifests a weapon in your hand.
Yep. Yep, they disarm me, it fizzles out. I got a new one.
But does that mean you could like throw it and then like remanifest it back in your hand?
Something of the sort. There's a later feat along that dedication line that I can have like mental shard projectiles that I can just.
That's what that tracks. That was like the Gunkata feat that I was looking at. It was specifically about like bayonets and like pistol and knife combat. So it just turned you into that like hallway scene from the Resident Evil movie. We're just bayoneting people and just point blank shooting them in the chest.
Jeez.
I mean,
The
we can all
second
use
it
a
just
little
got
more
some
John
wild
Wick
tech.
action.
I know, right? Just hey, there's a feat that just turns you into John Wick. Like, all right, yeah, that's sick. If we weren't doing like a magic thing, I would have totally picked that.
Let's see, there's other feats where I can shift the shape of my weapon to help me leap farther and faster. Being able to shift into like a long flexible pole or a climbing hook or some similar aid, adding an extra 5 feet to the distance I'm able to leap. I can basically give my mind weapon the effects of ghost touch for a minute. I can do that once per hour.
Are you guys good if I take off? I'm about hitting the wall here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you're good.
Have a good evening.
Y'all have a good
my,
night.
my mic wasn't working. Yeah, no. If you need to go ahead and go. Thank you for coming. Yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap up here.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Everyone is level 2 now, and we will begin the next chapter of Strength of Thousands, Kindled Magic.
Chapters are in a book normally.
Typically 3 to 4.
Okay. I thought it was interesting. Very slice of lifey. But it sounds like that's kind of the expectation early on for this one.
Yeah. and with me running it with XP, that will allow us to, you know, take our time with it so that you guys aren't just rampaging through levels.
Yeah,
Yes.
although on difficulty, like if we're gonna have 6 people, this is not difficult. I'm pretty sure Quali and Quenty could have taken everything so far, frankly.
Yeah, no, just, that is kind of the way they go, especially early on. Although sometimes they will just whip out like a super tough enemy, like Dragon here. Do you remember the cockatrice at level 2?
Yes. That was awful.
Yeah. I about killed like 2 members with the cockatrice like that because they had no chance of succeeding the save against the attack and became petrified. And at level 2 you don't really have the means to unpetrify people.
That just sounds like bad design, I'm gonna be honest. That just sounds like bad encounter design, I'm going to be honest.
You are not wrong.
You are not wrong.
So going forward, I will be looking into ways I can kind of pad out the combats. Granted, that is going to give you guys more experience.
We don't know the experience numbers. Remember, the DM is allowed to cheat, and it's fine.
Oh yeah, I do it all the time. Oh, they downed my enemy in one fight? No, they didn't. Fight goes until it gets bored or you run out of bullets.
I mean, that's what I do for boss fights sometimes.
Oh yeah, great for boss fights.
Don't
Especially if like the fight starts and somebody gets like a lucky like damage type crit off. Like I had a wraith against some of my players, and I had a holy gunslinger who just with a holy silver bullet got a crit off on the first round, first attack of the fight, and did like 800 damage and just one shot my fucking boss. And I was like, absolutely fucking not. Like
Yeah, had that happen in Return of the Runelords. Fought against a undead dragon, and my character was a vassal of Bahamut paladin.
yeah,
There was a
those
lot
are
of
designed
bonuses
to
in that
melt
smite
those.
crit.
Yeah.
With a
It's
throwing
like, no, I'm
shield.
getting at least a round out of this dude. Like
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream and then we can continue talking. Okay. Alrighty, thank you all for coming to the Strength of Thousands campaign. I hope you all enjoyed it. We'll see you next time.